Hey guys, Chris with Land Elevated. Today I want to walk you through a 6.83 acre parcel that we have in Hartsel Range, Colorado. This area is about 2 hours to the west of Denver, and it's a beautiful area. They have a lot of just a lot of raw land out there, a lot of sites to go see. So we're on the site. We're on the old Land Elevated website. I'm going to click into some of these images real quick. This is a nearby area photo. We don't have any photos of this property just yet because we picked it up recently. I haven't got out there. A lot of times we'll sell properties before we even make it out there. So this third or fourth picture here shows some of the reservoirs. The property is right up in this area, and there's a proposed reservoir that is going to be put in sometime in the next couple years. So it's definitely a major bonus, and it's a little bit ahead of time, but you know, this reservoir is approved. It'll be put in. Their plans are underway right now to get it done, and it'll be a great addition and really close to the property. I mean, you'll literally drive just south and get, either way around this little mountain ridge, or you can drive along the ridge and reach the new reservoir. So that's pretty cool. Here's the driving distance from Colorado Springs, about an hour and a half. Driving distance from Denver, just over 2 hours to this property. You can see the town of Hartsel right under the balloon there. That's where this property is located. Hartsel is a nice little town. All right, and one of the big features about this property is that it has trees. Not all properties have trees. Not all properties are located right next to a mountain. So this is a pretty premium property for the area. You can see the roadway goes right along side here, and I've got it up in Google Earth too. So just remember this little creek or whatever it is right here. I can't tell if it's a creek or if it's just a little ravine, but just remember where that is right there, and then this tree, and I'll show you something cool on the next tab. So here's the property again. We got the creek. The property line runs right up to this little creek right here along the road, and then it goes back into these trees right here. Now, when we flip this angle to the side, you can see something that's really neat. The back of the property line runs right at this tree right here. So you've got all these trees on the lot. When you start to rotate it down, you can tell that you've got some privacy, basically a natural ridge here separating the property that's behind you. So you've got a natural border here on this property line with that creek. And then you've got plenty of trees on your property over here. I mean, this is a huge parcel. It's 6.83 acres. But one of the coolest things is where you could build your cabin. And when I look at this property, I think that the best spot is right here. You've got the trees for some privacy over here, and then you've got this little hillside right over here, so you don't have any neighbors to the back. Your closest neighbor to the left would be somewhere over here, and then over here, you probably wouldn't see your neighbors. Obviously, you can always plant some more trees along the property, but you've got some great natural borders here and some natural privacy. So that's the property, and let's just jump back in and I'll go through some of the details quickly here. Let's see here. These are just some general shots. So as we go down, 6.83 acre parcel, asking price is $19,997. Interest rate on this one's 9.7%. The term would be 108 months. And then the total monthly payment, which would include property taxes, service fee, and your monthly payment would be $299. That's all in. We take care of the property taxes, so you don't have to pay them. It's just very simple, straightforward pricing. That's your all-in monthly payment until it's paid off. And to purchase the property, you make a down payment of $199, and then the processing fee is $149. So the total at the time of closing is $348, and then after that, 30 days later, your monthly payments would start $299 a month. There's no prepayment penalties or anything like that, so if you wanted to pay the property off early, you always could, but we always recommend if you don't have the full amount, you can start with payments. You can make higher payments if you want to reduce the interest. It's pretty simple. How we do it on the site is you just add it to cart like any other e-commerce software, and then we send you over the contract, sign it, and we're done. You can literally own land in 10 minutes or less. Let's see here, the street address. So this property doesn't have a street address. We just have to register for one with the county. If you buy it before we do, it's really easy to send them a request to get an actual street address if you want one. And then one of the best ways to see this is grab the actual GPS coordinates, copy them, and then I like to go to Google Earth. So if you just copy them, I mean, we're on it right now, but I'll show you how to do it. Paste them into Google Earth, hit search, and it flies you right to the property. And again, it's this one right here. So you can check it out on Google Earth. That's what we provide that for. You could also just click this map link right here, which would take you to Google Maps. It's not as crisp and clean on Google Maps as it is on Google Earth, but it is another way to check it out, and you can quickly do a driving direction or a map from wherever you are to the property. Alright, so closest towns, we got Hartsel, which is 4.5 miles just to the north of the property. Colorado Springs, 70 miles away, and then Denver's 107. You got the Antero Junction and the Guffey Reservoir, nearby landmarks there, and there's a bunch of reservoirs out there. So if you're familiar with Park County, there's lots of hunting and fishing. It's a great place for the outdoors. Parcel number 24160, and then the rest of this is just probably information that you don't need. I mean, it's residentially zoned, so you build a house or a cabin. Property taxes per year are really low. They're $90 a year. There's no HOA, and all right, utilities. There's an electrical line about 2 miles away. So you would not connect to regular electric out there. You would just do solar. That's what most people do in the area. There's going to be water would be by well. You could also install holding tanks and have it delivered. That's what a lot of people do out there. There's no well on the property at this point. You'd have to get it drilled. And then sewer, you'd want to install a septic system, and then gas would be a propane tank. Suggested uses that we recommend: do a cabin, do a house, buy it and hold it as an investment. It's a couple hours away from Denver, an hour and a half from Colorado Springs, so there's definitely some investment potential in there, and we always price it to sell, so there's always built-in equity. Common questions: can you camp on the property? Yeah, you can. There are restrictions. You can't just live in a tent full-time, but you can go out there for short periods and go camp on the property. Same with an RV. Mobile homes, you can't build that. You can't do a yurt or anything like that unless you figured out a way to work with the county to get that approved. But they state that those aren't allowed. You can do a tiny home. I don't know the minimum square footage that you have to put on there, but I want to say it's 400 or 500 square feet, so you could go pretty small. And they're getting a little bit more flexible with tiny homes. Modular homes, you can do that. You can do a manufactured home, and you can build a single-family home on the property. Hunting is regulated by the state. I don't know if you'd really hunt on a 6-acre property or not, maybe just some small game, but you can definitely shoot on the property as long as you have a nice backstop up on it. But there's tons of hunting nearby where you'd actually go out on a national forest land and hunt, and it is not located in a floodplain. So that's how you go through the site, get the information that you need about the property. If you're interested to learn more, contact Jordan at landelevated.com, or you can call him directly at 720-689-1883. Thanks for watching.